Sparkle is a must-pull trailblazer. Summoning Sparkle is not an option, it is a requirement. In fact, by my analysis, Sparkle will become the most powerful trailblazer in the game. Yes, even surpassing the omnipotent Silverwolf in power level. So I just had to make this video before her banner starts as a quick PSA that this trailblazer must be obtained. Now, there are many reasons why I'm convinced Sparkle will be the new most powerful trailblazer in the game, but let's start with the abstract and then work our way down to the granular. So, at a very high level, what we need to understand is that Hoyoverse has a gay, feminist, racist agenda, and I feel like that can't be really denied at this point. Firstly, every male character in Hoyoverse games are made inferior to their white female counterparts. Diluc by Hutile, Jimmy Chungus by Kafka, Sino by Raiden Shogun, Inhibitor by Weiss Need, and so on. As I always warn my viewers whenever a new male trailblazer releases, it's not a matter of if a white female power creeps them, but a matter of when. As for proof for racism, I mean every black character in Hoyoverse games is bottom tier in the meta, which is kinda weird if you ask me. And there has also been reports from Reddit that Paimon criticizes Sumerian food while not levying the same culinary criticism for the other regions. I couldn't confirm this myself, but if this is true, then it is extremely concerning. However, I think Deha is the most clear-cut example of blatant racism, as she was purposely designed to be the hottest traveler in Genshin Impact. Deha is by far the hottest traveler in Genshin Impact, and it's not even close. If you dispute that fact, then well, your penis just doesn't work. But how is Deha being hot racist? Well, that's because Deha intentionally being created as the hottest traveler in Genshin Impact was maliciously done to make everyone summon and obtain her, only to find her to be far inferior to her light-skinned companions. So now to bring this all back around to Honkai Star Rail meta, in general, the trailblazers most heavily implied to be racist tend to be the most powerful. The current most powerful trailblazer in the game, Silverwolf, is the most heavily implied racist, as for one, she is a gamer girl, which has bad connotations. I mean, her character trailer even takes place on a bridge. It's very obvious what Hoyoverse is doing. But then in the Ethereum Wars event, Silverwolf says that when it comes to gaming, things like race are insignificant. This seemingly anti-racist sentence, however, implies that outside of gaming, Silverwolf does think race matters, which, well, makes her a racist. If Silverwolf was not racist, she would have said when it comes to life, these things don't matter. Anyways, this is all very much still implied racism by Silverwolf, whereas Sparkle, in contrast, is a blatant racist. Sparkle verbally abuses Aventurin for his race in a major way and puts him on the verge of tears. I mean, there really is no one who would deny that this trailblazer is just overtly racist. Now, when it comes to lesbians, Hoyoverse obviously has a very pro-lesbian agenda, and as I've discussed in my other videos multiple times, every trailblazer in Honkai Star Rail is gay until proven otherwise. But the trailblazers being gay is just a default assumption, a null hypothesis, and there is room for their gayness to be disproven if evidence is supplied. However, Sparkle, that is not the case, as well, similar to being a blatant racist, Sparkle is also a blatant lesbian. When talking about Black Swan, Sparkle says, graceful, entertaining, distinguished, yet dangerous. I'm just itching to bring someone like that down, but hey, her wrecking me is totally on the table too. And I mean, if you can't strongly infer from this line that Sparkle is a lesbian, you're not only homophobic, but also retarded. For Sparkle, being a lesbian is not only a hypothesis, but an established fact of reality. Alright, so we've established now that Sparkle is a blatant racist as well as a blatant lesbian. This, at a high level, makes her a blatant racist lesbian. And this is an important fact of reality that we've established before diving into the granular of her kit. Like, far too many theory crafter trailblazers start analyzing the numbers of upcoming trailblazers kit to determine their power level as their starting point. And that is just the wrong way to go about analyzing an upcoming trailblazer. And honestly, it is just a sign of low-level thinking. Like, if a theory crafter instantly starts going into the numbers without first analyzing a trailblazer on an abstract level, then they are just by definition low IQ. That is why my starting point for analyzing Sparkle was how does this trailblazer fit into Hoyoverse's gay feminist racist agenda? And given the undisputable proof that Sparkle is a blatant lesbian and a blatant racist, we can now better contextualize her overall kit, which I will now dive into. So first, her talent just straight up increases the max SP you can have from 5 to 7, which just that alone makes her powerful and capable as a trailblazer. That is just a game-breaking mechanic. Like similar to how Silverwolf's weakness implant is a literal game-breaking mechanic, the fact that Sparkle's existence on your squad gives a higher SP cap is game-breaking. Next, her skill will advance units' action forward, similar to Bronya's skill, which as we know can help in a major way. It also probably gives a buff as well to the Trailblazer it's used on. And lastly, her ultimate just generates 4 SP on the spot, which allows you to take advantage of her game-breaking talent, increasing your SP cap. Now, we don't have the ultimate cost revealed yet, but as long as this is under 150 energy, then by my estimations, I don't see how Sparkle isn't the most powerful Trailblazer in the game now. And for all those Trailblazers who keep asking me in my streams, Eango, should I summon Acheron or Sparkle? Well, the answer is obviously both. Sparkle is omnipotent, but Acheron, as I have been saying for a while now, will be the next strong, independent, white female DPS Trailblazer. However, if you can really only get one, then get Sparkle. That is because in the Honkai Star Rail power rankings, we have omnipotent Trailblazers as the highest tier. These are the Trailblazers that fundamentally alter the rules of the game. Before, Silverwolf was the only one in this category, but now we have Sparkle joining her. Then right below omnipotent Trailblazers are the strong, independent, capable white female DPS Trailblazers. That is where Acheron will be tiered at. And for those curious, the next tier is the double Lesbo Tempos, followed by 5-star white female Trailblazers, followed by everyone who doesn't fit in the above categories, followed by Arlon and Jimmy Kimmel. So hopefully this tier list spells it out why Sparkle is just going to be on another level. And though we will have to wait for her release numbers, I do predict Sparkle will usurp Silverwolf of her spot as the most powerful Trailblazer in the game. Now, if you are a pitiful dumbass who didn't heed my advice to save your Stellar Jades for like what, the last 4 banners now, or maybe you just happen to be newer to the channel, then unfortunately for you, the only way you will be able to obtain Sparkle is by going to twitch.tv/Eango_ on the hour of Sparkle's release. I will be hosting another Trailblazer giveaway in Roblox as well as some viewer summons, so make sure to have Roblox downloaded. It's a free game, everyone should have it, and also follow my Twitch channel linked in the description to get notified when I go live on Sparkle's release. Oh, and if you do play Roblox and want to assist me in the construction of the Sparkle Shrine, then head over to my community post to view how to help me there.